Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here at Burger Field in beautiful Sunset Valley in South Austin, Texas, for this D24 5A matchup between the home team, the Crockett Cougars, and your Anderson Trojans. Of course, we're on the second day of a back-to-back here for the Trojans as they get into spring break. Coming in 3-0 on the district season so far, outscoring their opponents 42-1. The Trojans enter at 12-6, 3-0. Crockett at 3-7-1, 0-3 now in district play. But we are with you here on Vype Live for a 5 o'clock first pitch between these Anderson Trojans and the Crockett Cougars. This game here tonight is proudly presented by Freitag's Florist. We thank them for their continued support of Trojan baseball. Freitag's Florist. And we should be getting ready to go here in just a few minutes. Real breezy day at the ballpark, so if you are just joining us on the broadcast, I certainly do not blame you. That is what we are here for. Winds whipping around. It's an unseasonably cold stretch here in mid to late March, as it is St. Patrick's Day as well here we'd like to wish you a St. Patrick's Day for all those who celebrate here. 66 degrees right now, but that wind chill is knocking it down a little bit to 62. Gusts of up to 19 miles an hour. It's a northerly wind. Of course, we are facing south, so it's going to be tough to get the ball out here down those alleys. 341 to right field, 401 to center, and 311 to left. I'm not sure, as the World Baseball Classic here tonight, the final, not sure Aaron Judge could get a ball out of this ballpark here. The wind blowing straight in the way that it is and the way that it tends to do, but we should be getting ready to go here in just a moment. Joey Arteaga going to be on the mound here for Crockett. Of course, Vinny Franco going to be on the mound here for Anderson. I believe this is our final game here at Burger Stadium, of course, pending you might see it down in the playoffs, but in the regular season, Anderson only making a couple trips down here, and they knock him out in the first week or so of district play. We're here a week ago to take on Lhasa. Anderson winning that one in a run rule. So that's been a common sight for Anderson early in this district season. But we are glad you're with us here tonight. My name is Jack Farrell, back with you after a couple games off. Sorry to miss him. But it sounds like the guys did just fine without me, of course. 12-6 on the season. We'll get to your starting lineups here just after the national anthems. Glad to get home to Nelson Field for the first time, playing these couple of away games, both of them at Burger. So knocking out both of the South Austin teams here first. Of course, they'll play the one game out of Northwest Hills, but for the most part after that, have a game at Cedar Creek, a game at Bastrop, and it'll be a lot of Nelson Field for Anderson into late March and into April. A couple of those weekend games that we know. Looks like we may be skipping the anthem here on St. Patrick's Day. And if that is the case, I'm going to go ahead and get to the starting lineups. Starting lineups today, brought to you by Wally's Burger House, proud supporters of Anderson High School baseball. Love me some Wally's. It's a little cold for a Wally banger. Maybe it's still got some of that chicken and dumpling soup. But your starting lineups, we will start with the visiting Trojans here. The top of the order, Connor Como at short, Derek Paez at behind the plate, and Hank Rippey at third base. Not a lot of change there for the Trojans. Cade Kazin in the middle of the order in left field, James Cole in center, Ben at right DHing, Will Livingston at first base, Cooper Chitsey in right field, and Max McCormick bringing up the bottom of the order. On the mound will be Vinny Franco for your Anderson Trojans. And on the Crockett side of things, on the mound they have Joey Arteaga. Behind the plate, it'll be Adrian Torres. We'll take you through their infield. Over at first base is number 21, Brody Wallace. At second base, it's Gail Quintanilla. At shortstop, Jaden Cantu. At third base, Evan Dominguez. And left to right in the outfield is Rocky Rangel. In center, we have Jacob Henderson. And in right, it's JT Martinez. We should be ready to go here. Anderson coming off can't really be more dominant in a 3-game stretch. 3 games all by double-figure run rules. As Connor Como steps into the plate, he has been an on-base machine. When the Trojans get it going, like to get a little bit of small ball. And Connor Como is an expert at that as we are ready to go here. Here comes your first pitch. Arteaga on the mound, Connor Como at the plate. Tonight's first pitch is presented by Aaron Arnold Orthodontics. And that first pitch will miss for ball one. Thank you to Aaron Arnold Orthodontics for supporting Trojan Baseball as we're underway. Last time we were here, didn't have a working scoreboard. Have one here tonight. Zad breaking balls in there for strike one. Como looking at a 1-1 count now. Enjoy the fine accommodations here at Burger Field, but once we get out of here, as I mentioned, this is our last game here for the regular season, as that one slapped into center field for a base hit. Connor Como in a 1-1 count lines that one into center field, and there's one aboard with nobody out. We won't miss the pesky pole. Only so many spots we can set up here at Burger Field while remaining ADA compliant, which we are happy to do. It means there is a pole there. The pole situation at Nelson Field a little better. Ready to get back out there as Como on first base brings Derek Paez to the plate. Paez watches the first one up and away for ball one. Getting started a little early as it's just now 5 p.m. A little bit relaxed here on spring break as that one's going to hit off the back of Paez. Como went. With that off-speed pitch, think he would have been safe, but the soft toss to the back of Paez. And of course, Derek, the catcher, will step back to the dugout. Jude Viner will replace him on the base paths. Top of the first, two aboard, nobody out. Brings Hank Rippey to the plate as that one misses up and away. One ball, no strikes. As that pitch off the top of the mid of Torres, and both runners will go at 90 feet. Como now up to third base here with nobody out. Runners at second and third. Opportunity for 2 RBI here for Hank Rippey. Two balls, no strikes. As Rippey puts this one in the air out to left field, but playable. Como will tag. The throw will not be made home. And the Anderson Trojans have a 1-0 lead. Rippey with the sacrifice fly, and the Anderson Trojans are on the board 1-0. Viner stays at second base. So now it's a runner at second with one out here for Cade Kazin. As Cade lifts this one in the air out to left center field. The wind's blowing it in. Catch made, and Viner fakes a tag and will head back to second base. A much better start here for Crockett. Again, I think Kaysen got a little bit better hold of that one, but just getting knocked down in the breeze. Cole to the plate now. One runner in so far with 2 outs. Runner goes. Cole takes it. The ball gets away from the catcher for just a second. Dropped it on the transfer. So Viner takes third base. The 1-0 is popped into on the infield, and settling underneath it, making the catch is number 9, Gail Quintanilla, for out number 3. So a leadoff single comes home, and the Trojans strand the Paez hit by pitch, but they are on the board first here, 1-0. 1 man left on base. We head now to the home half, and Vinny Franco on the mound. Last time Vinny was here, he tossed 4 perfect innings, and then some weak contact to start the 5th inning. Ended up coming around to score, and Anderson's 12-1 victory over Lhasa to make Anderson 1-0 in district play. So we now head to the bottom of the first tier, the Anderson infield. Mentioned Franco on the mound. Behind the plate, Derek Paez. These starting lineups brought to you by Wally's Burger House, Burger Express. Will Livingston at first base here for the Trojans. At second, Max McCormick. At short, Connor Como. At third, Hank Rippey. And left to right in the outfield, Cade Kazin, James Cole, and Cooper Jitsi. Leading off for Crockett will be Evan Dominguez, Gail Quintanilla, and Jaden Cantu. In the middle of the order, Jacob Henderson, Rocky Rangel, and Ari Dacey. 7, 8, 9 is Adrian Torres, Joey Arteaga, the pitcher, and JT Martinez batting 9th. That dust blowing back into the stands here. Third baseman Dominguez leading off, coming to the plate with Franco on the mound. Just 11 pitches in the first inning there for Joey Arteaga. Vinny Franco comes to the plate as he misses there on the first pitch of his outing. Down and in, ball 1. As Dominguez slaps that one in the air, foul, 1-1. Franco. This one hit on the ground, right back to Franco. Vinny on to first. Livingston is there, and there is one away. Gael Quintanilla comes to the plate. Second baseman takes the pitch at the top of the zone, strike 1. Franco, the 0-1. That one misses inside. Now a ball and a strike to the Crockett second baseman. Lifted in the air, drifting foul, and it gets into the stands. The 1-2. Misses inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Quintanilla jumps back off the plate. Two balls, 2 strikes. That one a beauty. Dips down into the top of the zone. Strike 3 called. Vinny Franco picks up his first strikeout of the game. There's 2 away here in the bottom of the first. That one goes in backwards as Jaden Cantu comes to the plate, the shortstop. Franco dealing with that. A lot of these pitches Cougar hitters are taking are right there at the top of the zone. As this one's hit on the ground, out to second. McCormick waits on it. The throw is in time to Livingston. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Vinny Franco. Cougars down in order. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout. As we head now to the second inning, Anderson will have 6, 7, and 8. Due up, Bennett Wright, Will Livingston, and Cooper Chitsey. Arteaga back out for another inning of work. As we are early on in this ball game. It's a nice and sunny St. Patrick's Day, but that wind is keeping it chilly, especially here in the shade. It's baseball weather. Thankful for it now before it gets real hot into the end of the week. It's going to be in the 90s. Happy to kick off spring break here with some baseball. Bennett Wright, Will Livingston, and Chitsey coming to the plate here in the top of the second. Walking on screen there is Wright as he steps into the batter's box. "11 pitches in the first inning for Arteaga. Franco with just 10. So both starting pitchers working pretty well, despite some early traffic there for Arteaga in the first inning. And the first pitch of the second is taken for strike 1. The 0-1. As this one hit on the ground past the diving glove of the third baseman Dominguez. Big turnaround first, heading for second is Wright, and he will be in there for a stand-up double. Trojans back-to-back innings with the leadoff man aboard to start this game. Como, the single that came around to score, and now Bennett Wright with the hard liner that got past the glove. Right in between the third baseman and that foul line. Nice piece of hitting there for the Trojans' designated hitter. Will Livingston comes to the plate with an RBI opportunity. First pitch misses upstairs. Livingston takes the ball. The 1-0, foul. One ball, one strike. Arteaga, runner goes. This one hit on the ground. A perfect hit and run there for Will Livingston. Bennett Wright digging around third. He'll come home to score. Left fielder just now coming up with the ball. The ball is thrown into the infield, and a nice job of reading that by Will Livingston, as he advances 90 on the throw and turns that RBI single into an extra base. And the Trojans here with a 2-0 lead. A nice start to this top of the second. Brings Cooper Chitsey to the plate, the lefty. Again, a RBI opportunity here for a Trojan hitter. That one misses upstairs. 1-0 to Cooper. That one a called strike on the outside edge. 1-1. That one misses downstairs. Nice work by the catcher Torres to track that thing down. The 2-1. That one hit hard, but well foul. Chitsey around on that one a little early. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So wind continuing to pick up. The 2-2. That one misses downstairs. The count goes full. Livingston still at second base here for the Trojans. Arteaga misses high there, ball 4. Brings up Max McCormick, the 9-hole hitter here for the Trojans. Trojans poised for another big second inning, as there's already 1 home and runners at first and second with nobody out. First pitch to McCormick, misses inside. Both runners go as that one misses down and in. Both runners will advance with no throw. Will Livingston to third base, Chitsey up to second base, and there's runners at second and third with nobody out. Two balls, no strikes to McCormick. Three-oh. That's 4 straight balls to number 4. As Max McCormick takes first base and the bases are loaded with nobody out for Connor Como. Connor takes the first pitch, skips away a little bit, but runners will stay. Livingston there at third base now. Two balls, no strikes to Como. Connor takes that one, called a strike. 2-1 now. Big strike there for Joey Arteaga. You don't want to go 3-0 on Como here with nobody out and the bases loaded. Already in a tough spot. The 2-1. As he takes that one, as that's called a strike at the top of the zone. Body language dictates Como might not wholly agree. The 2-2, as he slaps this one in the air on a line and drifting and down for a base hit. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. Being waved around from third is McCormick, and Connor Como is there with a stand-up bases clearing double. 3 runs batted in for the Trojan senior. And it is a 5-0 ball game here. Still no outs in the top of the first. So now Como at second base. Paez at the plate. Derek takes for a strike. After just 11 pitches thrown by Arteaga in the first, already 21 here in the second. Still nobody out as it's now 1-1 to the catcher Paez. Upstairs. That one in there for a strike. Two balls, 2 strikes to Derek. Was hit by a pitch back in the first inning. 2-2. As that one hit on the ground to second and took a funky hop on Quintanilla. Como going to be waved around to score. Paez back to first base. Trojans lead at 6-0 here. Still nobody out. Brings Hank Rippey to the plate. Sacrifice fly in the first inning, brought home the first run of the game. Viner goes. And a no throw. Jude Viner taking second base, running here for Paez, the catcher. The 2-0 As that one popped up high in the air, and the wind's going to be playing with the ball out here this afternoon. As that one's going to drop in. Viner going to take third base. And Rippey back to first base on the pop-up. So runners at the corners here for Arteaga. Brings Kate Kays into the plate. Kate, a skyscraping fly out back in the first inning as he takes the first pitch upstairs. The runner, nobody covering second base, so it'll be a free bag there for Hank Rippey. The 1-0. Kazin again lifts this one in the air. Should be playable, and making the catch there. Out in center field, a nice job by Jacob Henderson. Made a long run. Thought that might drop in between the shortstop Cantu and Henderson, but Henderson making a nice play out of center field. After the last play to Rippey, and there. Kazin makes out number one, but it took 30 pitches. So 2 outs made in center field for Kate Kazin, as that's now 1-0 to James Cole. Runners still at second and third. Rippey at second, Viner at third. The 1-0 pitch to Cole is taken for a strike. That ball got over to the head of the pitcher, Arteaga, but both runners going to stand. Cole 0 for 1. Arteaga. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the second. That one outside, knocked down by the catcher Torres. As Cole hits this one out to left field. Drifting back and making the catch on the run. A nice job there by Rangel. The run will score from third, but Rippey will stay put at second. It's a sacrifice fly for James Cole, and there's 2 away. Six runs in for Anderson so far. A strike will be called. That one will be thrown down to third. As Rippey takes third base, but no tag. And then they're safely 0-1 here to Bennett Wright. The 0-1, that one hit high in the air in foul territory. And that one going to didn't get out of play, but landed harmlessly in foul territory way back over there. These big foul territories at Burger Field, especially on the left side. Would have been a heroic effort by Quintanilla. That one's hit weakly back to the pitcher. Throw over to first base. And that will retire the Anderson Trojans in the second inning. But 6 runs do come home. 5 hits in that one, 2 walks for Anderson. It's a 7-run ball game as we enter the second half. Or the bottom of the second inning, I should say. Heart of the order here for Crockett. 4, 5, and 6 due up. After a 1-2-3 inning and just 10 pitches by Vinny Franco. Joey Arteaga, you know, this Trojan offense is potent. Hard to keep it down, but after just 11 pitches in the first, 37 there in the second as the Trojans get him for 6 runs. Not all of it his fault. Those balls off the Trojan bats taking funky bounces or getting caught up in the jet stream up here. But those 7 runs will count. 6 of them coming there in the top of the second. See what Vinny Franco has once again back here at Burger Field, being kept on ice for a good while. But he'll have that middle of the order. Jacob Henderson, the center fielder, Rocky Rangel, the left fielder, and Dacey, the DH. First pitch of the second inning. And there to the center fielder, Jacob Henderson, for strike 1. The 0-1. Swung on and missed quickly, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 pitches there for Vinny Franco. That's his second strikeout of the game in 4 batters. And there's 1 away. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Rocky Rangel, the left fielder, up at the plate now. Of course, his first at bat. The 0-1. Called strike 2. The 0-2 pitch fouled back. So staying 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Is that one hit over to first base? Played on a 1 hop by Will Livingston. And he'll step on the bag for out number 2. Two down now. Dossie to the plate here, 0-1. One ball, 1 strike to the designated hitter here for the Cougars. Now a ball and 2 strikes, Franco. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Went upstairs at it. And Vinny Franco has his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. A 3-pitch at-bat, a 4-pitch at-bat, and a 3-pitch at-bat for Vinny Franco there in the bottom of the second. So again, a 1-2-3 inning for the Crockett Cougars, as Franco's faced the minimum through 2. Bottom of the order due up here for Anderson, 7, 8, 9, Will Livingston, Cooper Jitsi, and Max McCormick. As we head to the top of the third inning, with that we will step aside. I'd like to thank you for tuning into the broadcast on this St. Patrick's Day. I am not wearing green. I'm wearing my blue and gold for these Trojans, but we'll step aside. You're watching Anderson Baseball on Vype. No changes for the Crockett Cougars here. Anderson coming up to the plate in the top of the third, leading 7-0. Batted around in the second, scored 6. Bennett Wright started things off and finished things off. Started with a double, came around to score the first run of the inning and grounded out to end the inning. That one popped up in the air out to center field, running up and making the catch on the first pitch for Livingston. A much better start to the inning for Joey Arteaga. And there is one away. It's been a busy day out in center field for Jacob Henderson, and he has been up to the task for the most part. Brings Jitsi to the plate, takes first pitch high. Walk and a run scored for Cooper. As Cooper hits this one on the ground out to short. Cantu has it. The throw over is in time for out number 2. And 2 quick outs here for the Crockett defense. Brings Max McCormick to the plate. Also walk and a run scored. It's the 5th pitch now McCormick's seen. All of them have been out of the zone. Is that one off the back of McCormick? Max wears it well. He heads to first base. Brings Como to the plate. Two for two. 2 runs scored and 3 runs batted in. Not bad start for the Trojan shortstop. Runner goes. Connor hits this one a ton, but out foul. Got a hold of it. More than a touch too early. But here we go, 0-1. Arteaga, the 55th pitch of the game for him. As Connor hits this one on the ground, that'll get through the infield. 3-for-3 day for Como, and a nice piece of base running there for Max McCormick as he takes his way all the way to third. So first to third on the single. Como's 3-for-3. Paez comes to the plate. Derek hit by a pitch in the first inning. Single and a run batted in the second. Como goes. Paez fouls it back. That one also back to the backstop by Paez, 0-2. Go-to pitch to Paez. Derek fighting at the plate, 0-2 still. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Runners at the corners here in the third. That one misses outside. Como takes second base. It's been free passes all day for Trojan base runners. But now 1-2. As Paez fouls that one off. Arteaga, runners at second and third. Paez looking to get him home. The 1-2. Takes that one outside. Now 2-2. Longest at bat of the day for Anderson hitters. The count goes full. He ties Chitsy's at bat back of the first for the count. This is the second full count of the day, but Derek fouling off quite a few pitches here in the top of the third. Ball 4. Third walk of the day for Arteaga. And that loads the bases for Hank Rippey. Viner once again to the base paths for Paez. Ball 1 to Rippey. Hank a single and the sacrifice fly back in the first brought home the first run of the game. The 1-0. Is that one hit on the ground? And that'll lead up the shortstop. He'll go to first, and that one will get all the way away and into the Anderson dugout. So 1 run comes home on the station to station. As that one got into the dugout, it'll advance the runners some more. Connor Como will come home. So Max McCormick scores on the error by the shortstop Cantu. Como advances to third on the play and then comes home on the throwing error. And Hank Rippey up to second base. So now it's 9-0. And do all the housekeeping in the book here. Cade Kazin now 1-0 at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Runners at second and third. Still 2 outs. 2-out rally here for Anderson as it's 1-0. And that one's hit into the air deep to left field. Drifting back and settling underneath it. Making the catch for out number 3 is Rocky Rangel. But the Trojans send 2 more to the plate. All of it coming with 2 outs. It started with a hit by pitch to McCormick. Then a single for Como. A walk for Paez. And the error that led to 2 runs for Hank Rippey. The Trojans lead at 9-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. 67 pitches into the game here for Arteaga. Vinny Franco, of course, back out as he is hitless, walkless. He is unblemished through 2. Apologize. Assumed folks didn't want to hear me exhaling the infield dust that I have inhaled. But it's 9-0. 2 spot there in the top of the third for Anderson. All of it coming with 2 outs. First 2 batters retired for Joey Arteaga. But after Max McCormick was hit by a pitch and the lineup turned over for Anderson, you knew trouble might be brewing. Here comes Franco, 7-8-9, due up here for the Cougars. Adrian Torres, the catcher, Joey Arteaga, the pitcher, and the right fielder, JT Martinez. Of course, Brody Wallace, the first baseman, in the field, not in the batting order. These 2 teams contrast. Anderson has a loaded roster full of a lot of players on it, a lot of bodies there for Anderson. Crockett does not have that. Much thinner bench for them. It's Franco. Misses with the first 2 pitches in the third inning for him. Torres looking at a 2-0 count. Apologize, the wind and the infield dust bothering me. That one misses upstairs. Now 3 balls, no strikes. (3-0) and a 4-pitch walk there to start the third inning. Torres will take the pass. It's the first base runner of the game for Crockett. First walk of the game for Franco. As Torres will come off the base paths because he is the catcher. Ian Cluckhone, the courtesy runner there, as the bunt fouled. One ball, no strikes. One 0 pitches. There at the top of the zone, strike 1. The 1-1. A half swing there for Arteaga. Franco got him with it, 1-2. Arteaga down on strikes, brings JT Martinez to the plate. As Martinez now 0-2. And Franco back to his strike-throwing ways after the 4-pitch walk to the leadoff man, Torres. The 0-2. Called strike 3. And back-to-back Ks there by Vinny Franco. So Evan Dominguez to the plate 0-for-1 with a ground out. The leadoff walk. Leadoff walk, the only damage for Franco so far. Now coming back with 2 straight strikeouts. Foul. That one clipped Paez. Derek's all right. No balls and a strike. Ready to go. The 0-1 pitch. That one called a strike on the outside edge. Strike 2. Helps Franco out with that one. The 0-2. That one misses inside. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. The lineup turning over for the first time for Crockett here in the 3rd inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch upstairs, 2-2. Franco. That one hit foul. Beautiful pitch there from Vinny Franco. That ends the inning. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Vinny Franco. Strands the 4-pitch leadoff walk. And we head to the top of the 4th inning. Vinny knew that one a strikeout, walking off the mound. Junior left-handed pitcher. Dealing through 3. 6 strikeouts in 3 innings. Recorded 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third. And a bit of a discrepancy on the scoreboard, of course, 9-0. But you look at the pitch counts, 67 for Arteaga, who's back out for his 4th inning. Just 38 for Franco. Due up for Anderson. 5, 6, 7, James Cole, Bennett Wright, and Will Livingston. Assuming no changes. Cole to the plate. Arteaga, the first pitch of the fourth inning, misses up and in for ball one. So both pitchers get through the first three innings in this one. The 1-0. As that one hit, down for a base hit by James Cole. Big turnaround first. He will dig hard for second, and James Cole going to reach it standing up. Did not look like a double off the bat, but James Cole showing off the speed, getting to second base. It's a leadoff double here in the top of the fourth for the Trojans. Good hustle there by the center fielder as Bennett Wright comes to the plate with an RBI opportunity. First hit of the game for James Cole as he's going to get ready to go to third. The throw down is in time but offline. So third baseman Jaden Cantu comes up a little. Caught the cleat of Cole on the slide. So it looked like they swapped Cole and Dominguez there on defense. Short to second, or from short to third. But number 12, Jaden Cantu, will stay in the game. Brings Bennett Wright to the plate. Nothing in one for Bennett right now. He went 1 for 2 in the second inning. Double, a run scored, and a ground out. Part of that big sixth inning where the Trojans batted around. Torres couldn't find the ball for a second, but didn't get far enough away for Cole to score, so he will remain at third base with Wright at the plate. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is popped up into the air on the infield, right behind the pitcher's mound and to the right. Wind definitely pulled that one forward and caught by Gael Quintanilla for out number 1. Well, Bennett Wright down on the pop-up, brings Will Livingston to the plate. This one hit out to left. Playable, but should score the run. Caught. So 2 down. Cole stumbles on the run in, but can't make it pay with the throw. So James Cole scores a sacrifice fly for Will Livingston. There's 2 away, and the Trojans have their 10th run. Brings Chitsey to the plate. Cooper 0 for 1. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. Oh, 1. Is that one up and away? Now 1 ball, 1 strike. One misses as well. 2 balls, 1 strike with the bases empty now for Chitsey. That one belted out to right. Drifting back, and that one over the fence for Cooper Chitsey. On a night like tonight, Cooper Chitsey able to get a hold of that one and drive it out to right field over the 340-foot fence. And a solo shot for the Anderson Jr. Cooper Chitsey. He got a hold of that one, lost it in the sun out in right field. But it's 11-0. So 2 runs in the top of the 4th, a 4-bagger for Chitsey as that one misses to McCormick, who has reached base safely twice. Scored 2 runs. A walk and a hit by pitch for him. .79 pitches in the game for Joey Arteaga. He's got 2 outs here in the 4th. The Trojans in run rule position here with a couple more innings to go. Trojans have scored in every inning. It was a 2-0 count for McCormick. Max takes it low, 3-0. It was the second 4-pitch walk of the game to Max McCormick. I don't think he's seen a strike in all 3 at-bats. He was hit on a 1-0 pitch back in the 3rd. Brings Jude Viner to the plate. Run the bases a couple times for Derek Paez. Scored a run in his stead. Now a runner at first base with 2 outs. This one hit on the ground to short. They'll go the short way over to second. And that will retire the side. Viner comes up swinging here in the bottom of the 4th and ends the inning. But the Trojans score 2 off of 2 hits, including a double from James Cole and a solo shot from Cooper Chitsey. Will Livingston a sacrifice fly in there as well. The Trojans in position for another Mercy Rule victory if they can get 6 more outs without 2 runs coming across. Vinny Franco back out for his 4th inning of work. He's thrown just 38 pitches. One left on base there for Anderson in the top of the 4th. 2 up, it will be 2, 3, and 4. So getting into the heart of the order for Crockett. Franco going to try and get through it again. He's faced just 1 over the minimum here as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Looks like some defensive substitutions here for the Anderson Trojans. Looks like Braden Coleman, the junior, will be in at third base. They got Viner at second. Over at third, Will Livingston, or at first base remains Will Livingston, I should say. Franco and Paez will hold their spots. And try and keep an eye on the rest of it here in a moment. His first pitch to Quintanilla, misses for ball one. He's 0-1 with a strikeout. Junior Connor Donahue in there at second base. Is that one in for a strike? Thackrar in and left. Is that one hit into the air? Settling underneath it is the new right fielder, Kevin Ortega. And there's one down. So it's Ortega in right, Hatcher in center, Ben Hatcher. Thackrar in left, Viner at short, Coleman at third. Donahue at second, Livingston at first, Franco and Paez remain. First pitch, a called strike here to Cantu. The 0-1. Misses there, 1-1. This here will be pitch 45. One misses upstairs. Cantu looking at a 2-1 count now here in the bottom of the fourth. That one fouled into the parking lot. Two. Fouled back. Cantu working at the plate here. He's 0-1. That one fooled Cantu a little bit, but didn't catch the zone. Count now full. Three-two. Called strike three. Second out of the fourth inning. Seventh strikeout of the day for Vinny Franco. Fouled off. Paez hasn't had the easiest day behind the plate. Getting banged up a couple times here this afternoon. Franco misses upstairs there. Anderson getting coached up here a little bit. 2 balls, a strike, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Crockett just trying to get something going. Really for the first time in this series with Anderson. Two one. Swung on and missed. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Franco delivers. Called strike 3. 2 more strikeouts there in the 4th inning for Vinny Franco. He's up to 8. As his tremendous run here in district play continues. Not much else other than a swinging bunt against Lassa. Arteaga going to continue here. 82 pitches for him. See what the Trojans do as we enter the 5th. Right now, the Anderson offense may be looking for a little more insurance. They have 1 run to play with if they would like to wrap things up early. All right, here we go. Leading off for the Anderson Trojans here will be Charlie Arnold. Hitting in place of Derek Paez. First pitch taken by Arnold for a strike. Junior infielder, number 17. The 0-1 pitch from Arteaga is swung on and missed for strike 2. I believe Braden Coleman on deck here for Anderson now. But first the 0-2 to Arnold. As Charlie takes that one, good eye there, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. That one chopped on the ground off of the glove of Arteaga. Arnold digging it out. No throw will be made from third base, and Arnold is aboard here with nobody out, leading things off in the top of the 5th. Arteaga checks the runner at first. 87th pitch of the day for him coming. One misses high, and that one gets away. Arnold's going to have second. Coleman Looking at a 1-0 count. Coming off the bench, playing third. The bottom of the fourth, now getting his first at-bat of the game, 1-0. As he ducks away from that one, Arnold decides not to go. I think he could have had it. So Coleman here hitting in the 3 spot for Rippey. Two and 0. This one hit on the ground to third. Play, and the throw is, you can't pick it. Arnold will hold it second. Coleman going to dig for second, or excuse me, third to then second. Runners second and third, nobody out. Brings Evan Thockraar to the plate. Zevin punches this one into the air, drifting out of play and foul. He's hitting for Kazin, who did go 0 for 3, but gave the ball a ride in each of his 3 at-bats. But here we go, 0-1. Nice play from behind the plate there. Torres makes the catch. Arteaga's 1-1. Misses upstairs. 2 balls and a strike. No movement in the bullpen, although I don't think Crockett has the resources for it right now. I think everyone's in the field. 2 balls and a strike. Downstairs, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runners at second and third. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Payoff pitch. Downstairs. Ball 4. The bases are loaded here with nobody out. Evan Thockraar works the count there. Ben Hatcher coming to the plate now, number 20. Back this season, coming to the plate now with the bases loaded. As that hit Hatcher, station to station, a run scores. Around the bases we go. It's 12-0. So Arnold scores. Coleman to third. I believe J.J. Velasquez here coming to the plate. JJ takes that one inside. One ball, no strikes. Velasquez takes high, but a called strike. The 1-1. Velasquez watches that one in, now 1-2. Arteaga's 100th pitch of the game. Outside now, 2-2. Velasquez with an opportunity to plate a few more runs here as the Trojans still nobody out here in the top of the 5th. 1 run already home. Count full. Three-two is popped up on the infield. Pitcher calling for it as we have a collision. And I think they'll just give him infield fly there. A ball fell in safely, but on the pop-up, really I'm just wondering who. So it's Velasquez that's out. The runners will stay put. Not Coleman out at home. Junior infielder Connor Smith comes to the plate. Hitting for Will Livingston. This is the 7th spot. As Anderson continues to get guys work, as we will have our first pitching change of the ballgame. Jacob Henderson in the game. The starting pitcher, Arteaga, goes 4 1/3. Joey Arteaga threw over 100 pitches in that one, but Trojan offense touched him up pretty good, scoring in every inning. Three runners belong to him, so the book not shut. Smith coming to the plate will be the first batter. Jacob Henderson will face, as of course, this is our first call to the bullpen of the game. So Trojan fans, this pitching change is brought to you by Coach Mo's Elite Fitness. And I will see Jacob Henderson enter with nowhere to put him. Runner at first, second, and third. Continue to get warm. The pitching change here. Where'd Hatcher go? There he is. Okay. Thought I had my math wrong for a minute, but it is bases loaded. I have 5 guys coming to the plate, and one of them scoring. Missing somebody. But all good now. Here comes Smith. As that first pitch he yanked outside, 1-0. Connor Smith with an opportunity to play some cleanup. Here's 1-0. As he lines this one out to center field, ranging over and making a nice catch on the run But a runner tagging from third and scoring the runner back safely to second. So when the sac fly from Smith, Coleman comes home. Makes it a 13-0 ball game, and there's 2 away. First pitch, a called strike to Kevin Ortega, playing out in right field now. Runners at first and second here for him. Takes that pitch. Now 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 1-1. That one gets all the way to the backstop. Runner's going to advance. So Thakrar to third. Hatcher up to second. By the way, the pitcher Arteaga making that nice running catch. The starting pitcher, now the center fielder, out there in center field. Second and third, a 2-1. That one misses high. Runners stay put again. Three balls, 1 strike. Fouled back, the count full. The 8th pitch of Henderson's outing, as there's 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Or the 5th inning, excuse me. The 3-2. Called strike 3. Trojans played 2 more. Big smile on Ortega's face after that. I like watching the U.S. and the Dominican Republic right there. Vinny Franco out for the 5th inning. 2 runs in the inning there for the Trojans, a couple left on base. Single, an error, a walk, and a hit by pitch. Due up here. 5, 6, 7 for Crockett. See if they continue to go in order. I assume they will. Rocky Rangel comes to the plate, 0-1. Left fielder. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Franco entering the inning, just 54 pitches, has thrown 2 more for strikes. 13-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Trojans in line for another run roll victory. As Rangel Jumps away at that one. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 lifted high and foul. One, two. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 9. All right, Dossie to the plate. The designated hitter, 0 for 1 with a K. Checks his swing, 1-0. 1-0 pitch, popped up, foul. One ball, 1 strike. And there's strike 2. Right there at the top of the zone. Franco. That 1-2 pitch misses inside. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's double-digit Ks for Vinny Franco. He's up to 10. Adrian Torres, the catcher, comes to the plate. Cougars down to their final out. One and 0. That one chopped on the ground. Franco able to make the catch. Tough on the transfer. The throw over is in time. And that will end the inning, and that will end the game. Credit to Vinny Franco. It's not a traditional complete game, but he did go 5 no-hit innings, only surrendering a leadoff walk back in the 3rd to Adrian Torres, who just recorded the final out. But Vinny Franco, in 2 games here at Burger Field, 10 innings, 1 hit. And here tonight, the Trojans win it 13-0. Off of some excellence from Vinny Franco and some excellence from Trojan batting order. Connor Como was 3 for 3. Derek Paez 2 for 2, but reached all 4 times that all 3 times he saw the plate. And Crippy hit the ball hard. James Cole with some nice plays. Kazin, Wright, Livingston, Chitsey, and McCormick. Everybody eats here tonight for Anderson, especially Vinny Franco, who finishes the game with 10 Ks through just 66 pitches in 5 innings. 10 strikeouts, no hits. And the Trojans with another run rule victory. They were outscoring their opponents. They are 4-0 now in district play, 13-6, 55-1. Can't say much more than that. It's been a dominant 4-game start to district play here for the Trojans as they sweep Blasa and now they sweep Crockett. Player of the game, of course, got to give it to Vinny Franco as he tosses the no-hitter, but the no-hitter in 5 innings. Big number 24. Tremendous game here for him tonight, as the Trojans will head into spring break 4-0 and at the top of D24 here. Looking ahead at the schedule, if I can pull it up here. Looking ahead at the schedule, this will be the last game for Anderson for the week. Heading into spring break, no Friday game, of course. And then next week will be Cedar Creek for the Trojans, and they'll begin playing some of these Saturday games. They'll have Dripping Springs next Saturday, the 28th, but 2 games against Cedar Creek, first away, then at home. So at Cedar Creek on March the 24th and on the 27th. Back at Nelson Field, a 7 o'clock first pitch for the one in Cedar Creek, 5 o'clock first pitch for the one back home at Nelson. That'll do it for us here as the Trojans win it in 5. I want to thank you for tuning into the broadcast. Congratulations to Franco on an excellent night on the mound. And that'll do it for us here. Thank you for tuning into the broadcast. Thank you to all the sponsors here on the broadcast tonight, all the fine folks at the Anderson Booster Club, my QA, Skylar Gillespie, keeping an eye on things back at the Vype Live Studios. Suna Venkat, our technical director, making sure we got all these nice graphics and everything good to go. My name is Jack Farrell. Hope you all have a great rest of your week. Happy St. Patrick's Day and good spring break. We'll see you back next Tuesday. We'll be out in Cedar Creek, Texas, on the way to Bastrop, just past the airport, for another one. 7 o'clock first pitch there. Anderson dominant so far, 55-1 in 4 district games. Another run rule victory here tonight. You've been watching Anderson Trojan Baseball on Vype.